What's going on, team? Welcome back to another episode of the AT Fit podcast, episode number 19. Fucking hell, I can't actually believe we've got 19 done. But here's to a year of working hard, building that empire, and see what we've got at the end of 2020. Hope we're all right. We're doing good. We have brushed off the whole party mode of that Christmas and New Year period, and we're ready to sort of grind for our goals. You want to make yourself proud, right? Obviously, everyone wants to make other people proud and make the spouse proud, make the mum and dad proud, make the daughters or sons proud or their mates proud. But they also want to feel that sense of achievement as well. You don't want to feel like a bit of a waster and a bit of a dosser and where you fuck around and don't actually achieve anything. So hopefully we all are ready to kick things off and ready to kick ass in 2020. Okay, episode number 19, we're going to focus on supplements. A little bit of a taboo topic. It's been rammed down our throats by the supplement industry, of course. Media sort of get hold of it. You get the whole men's fitness, bodybuilding.com sort of thing. And I'm not saying they're bad sources, but obviously they're trying to sell a product, you know what I mean? So let's sort of crack into it. Supplements, are they necessary? No. Can they help? Yes. Are they the be all and end all, the nuts and the bee's knees? No, they are not. If you are a everyday athlete, just wants to do a little bit of health and fitness and a little bit of consistency and just live a bit of a fitter and healthier life, then do you need it? No, you fucking don't. Eat a balanced diet, train hard, and look after your body. That's it. Will it help the top 1 to 5%? Yes, it will. But if you're not going for performance, not going for anything like that, and just going for health, then you don't necessarily need the supplements. However, there are some supplements that I would recommend. Obviously, you don't have to take it. This is just my opinion. I'm not a physician or anything like that, or a doctor. This would just be my opinion moving forward. So some of the supplements that I would take, especially if you are in the Western world and the Northern Hemisphere, then vitamin D is a massive one. Vitamin D deficiency can affect you in many, many ways, and I think I do find it, if I don't take vitamin D, it starts affecting my head, especially people that already suffer from mental illness and depression and can feel low and low self-esteem. If you have a very low vitamin D count, then that's really not going to help your head. So vitamin D is a massive one. I would suggest omega-3s. Omega-3s are really good. This can lower your blood pressure. It can. It's not guaranteed, of course, but it can. It can reduce the chance of stroke and heart attacks and stuff like that. It's good for your brain. It's good for your heart. It's good for your eyes. So omega-3 is another big one, and that's something that if I don't take anything else, I'll make sure I take my omega-3s, just for my joints as well, to be honest. Like working hard out in the gym all the time and lifting weights and trying to go for maximum load. It takes its toll on your bones and your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, and I just want to be able to actually, lift my grandkids. I do care about how I perform in the gym, but I also want to be able to play around with my grandkids and move around until I'm pretty fucking old. So omega-3 is another one I would suggest. Just touching on those with the omegas, you might see a complex of omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9. Omega-9 isn't actually an essential fatty acid. We can synthesize it in the body, and also it's found in animal and vegetable fats. So we can actually ingest that quite frequently in our normal Western diet. So omega-9 is not really an essential one. Plus omega-6, we get a lot of that in processed foods. So our omega-6, omega-3 balance is a little bit skew at the moment in modern diets. So omega-6 is very, very high, and we've got very, very low counts of omega-3. So to just counteract that a little bit, I would suggest just taking the omega-3. Don't worry about taking the 6 or the 9. It might just be a little bit of a gimmick to get you to spend a little bit more money, as in like, you get these extra 2 fatty acids, and you can spend a little bit more money on it. Then it's not necessary. just the omega-3 will do. Moving on, a couple ones that I've researched in the past, I've tried, and you might want to know about. I think everyone has heard of creatine, phosphocreatine as it's called. It's just going to help with the energy source really, and help with explosive as well as endurance sports, but mainly with the explosive sort of high intensity training. All it does is it helps produce something called ATP. And ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is something that we use for energy. And that's all it is, guys. It's just basically saturating the muscle so we can create ATP and then use it for energy. I have known people to get pretty bloated, to upset the stomach on creatine, and because it does retain water. So if you sort of start taking creatine and your scales go up, and then I wouldn't necessarily worry about it at all. It's just water weight, for example. Creatine, not everyone will benefit from it. It's marginal gains. It's probably one of the most researched supplements out there. In fact, I think it probably is. I've heard that saying, but I've never actually checked. It's fine. You're going to get creatine in red meat. You're going to get it in whatever, but taking it is just making sure you're saturated in the muscle. So again, it's just a performance thing. What was it? Oh yeah, loading on creatine. It's a myth. It's a gimmick. You don't have to do that. You don't have to load for 4 weeks and then cycle off it and then load back on. Basically, it's just a way of you getting through your tub of creatine quicker. So all you need is 5 grams, 5 grams of that a day, and you're absolutely sorted. No need to take 15, 20 grams and cycle on and cycle off it. No need for that. Just 5 grams a day, and you'll be sorted. Caffeine. Caffeine is a big one. Caffeine is something that people don't really realise it as a supplement, but it can be. People use it for a pre-workout. Obviously, people use it as a little bit of a mental focus. And then most people use it as an everyday sort of thing, whether you have it in coffee, whether you have it in tea. It's going to be present in your diet. Caffeine can be abused, and I definitely have probably abused this in the past, and it's not good for your system at all. I know a lot of people that get quite bad anxiety if they've taken in a lot of caffeine, because it can just spark that whole system of everything just on overload. Your heart's pumping like maniac, and it can start playing with your head a little bit. So sort of drinking your coffees, drinking your tea, slowing down on those energy drinks and all the caffeine powder, that is a dangerous one. I believe like caffeine powder is not needed. It's just a recipe for disaster. You never know how much you're taking really. Like it gives you a tiny scoop, and then people start using teaspoons, and people start using tablespoons, and then before you know it, you're using 2 grams in before you're actually working out, and then you're going to go jack your heart rate as well. It puts a lot of strain on it. I was actually 18 before I had my first cup of coffee, and it hit me like something not right. But I don't think anyone under the age of 16 definitely, but anyone under the age of 18 really needs coffee. You don't necessarily need it. Like you should be able to wake up naturally. Your cortisol should be pretty high when you wake up in the morning. So you shouldn't necessarily need it. It's only when we start relying on it and creating it into a habit when we get older and stress comes in and we sleep. Our sleep goes down the shitter and whatever like that. I know for a fact as soon as my stress level went up, my sleep goes down, or the quality of my sleep goes down, and then the caffeine intake goes up, which is, again, it's a little bit of an oxymoron because it just causes your natural cortisol to be spiked, and then sometimes in the day it'll dip, and then that's when you need that nap or you need that crash, and you hear that 3 p.m. crash or what they call it after dinner time. So caffeine, it needs to be taken lightly, really. You don't need it. It's not a necessity, if I can get my words right. But it can help. Of course, it can help with a little bit of mental focus. It can give you a little bit more of a fake buzz, a little bit of an increased energy. So be mindful, especially those young'uns out there. Like, be mindful if you're thinking about start drinking coffee. I don't think young'uns should be on the old energy drinks either. Fuck that. That should not happen. Under the age of 18, I believe you shouldn't have an energy drink. But who am I to judge? I am not the law. L-carnitine. L-carnitine is probably one that you've not heard of before. It's used as a little bit of a losing weight supplement, a bit of a quote unquote fat burner. But all it's going to do is it's a protein, it's amino acid. It's just going to shuttle fatty acids into the mitochondria, which is basically where it's going to be oxidized for energy. So it's going to be broken down for energy. It helps just basically taking fatty acids in the blood and just think of it as a bus. It picks the or as a transport system. It just picks up the fatty acids that are floating around in the blood and then just takes it to be metabolized and takes it to be basically broken down for energy within the cells. Does it work? Yeah, yes and no, marginal. Is it going to help you burn 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds of fat? Is it fuck? Being in a calorie deficit, eating a balanced diet, working out, moving, and reducing your stress and sleeping is going to do that. So it's the marginal stuff. It's the marginal stuff. Do you need it? No, you don't. You can get as lean as you want without it. So again, it's kind of like way up the cost reward sort of thing. And then these are the post workout shakes. Right. Post workout window. Is it a thing? No, it's not a thing. It's a myth. It was created by supplement companies and brands to make you buy their protein. So you end up buying their product and then drinking these shakes. If anyone out there thinks the whey protein or protein supplement is bad for you, then I want to challenge that thought just quickly. So in an average protein scoop, you're going to get 20 grams of protein in a very average sort of protein scoop, and you mix that with water and you neck it. So you're going to get 20 grams of protein. If it was whey, for example, that's just a byproduct of the pasteurization from the milk. So it's like you're going to get whey if you drink milk. In fact, I remember turning a packet on a Mars bar and reading it, and it had whey protein in it. So if you're telling me your, adolescent male or female can't take whey protein, then you're telling me they can't eat a Mars bar. Obviously, the levels are going to be slightly different, but anyway. So 20 grams in an average serving size, but you'll allow your kids to eat a whole chicken breast, and a whole chicken breast has 40 grams in it on average, give or take. So that doesn't necessarily add up. If you are consuming enough protein in your diet, is a protein shake necessary? No, it is not. You do not have to take it. It is a free world. You can make the decision to not take any supplements, and again, that's fucking fine. Not a problem. Save some money and buy some food. However, sometimes the food might be a little bit more expensive, and the convenience side through the supplements can actually help you out. I know for me, especially at the moment, it's a little bit hot, and I've got like 1,000,001 things going on at the moment. My appetite has actually gone really down. It's gone pretty much not hungry at all, apart from a little bit in the evening. So I find adding some shakes and adding some protein in, and maybe mixing it with a bit of yogurt so it's easily going down, actually helps me getting some nutrients in, if you know what I mean. And if you're a hard gainer, hard gainer are basically nickname of a low appetite, then that might help too. Just basically adding a little bit of easily digesting, easily palatable, I believe the word is. So you can basically, it's tasty and you can get it down quite quick and quite easy. Can actually help you out. Can definitely help you out, because it's just easy calories. You know what I mean? Easy recovery. So if you are a everyday athlete and you just want to do a little bit of health and fitness, just like what I was saying with the whole supplement argument, then downing a shake after you finish is not necessary. If it's going to help your routine, then fucking get it in you, not a problem. If you don't like eating, then get it in, you're not a problem. However, if you are an athlete and you like to improve your performance and you want to work out for performance, then a post-workout shake is a good idea. Right? Not because it's going to help you get more gains or anything like that with that post-workout window, because like I said before, that is bullshit. It's mainly because it's going to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. All right, so let me explain on that. So you've got your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight, sort of let's turn on, let's work out, let's fight, let's wake up. Everything's energetic, everything's go 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 go. For the parasympathetic nervous system, it's relaxed, it's in a recovery state, it's chilling out, it's calming down, it's winding down, sort of thing. So when you drink a coffee, you're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system. But after you've worked out and your cortisol is naturally high, and you take in some simple sugars like glucose or sucrose or anything like that, or dextrose is usually a supplement version. And then you add a little bit of protein in that. All you're going to do is stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system to allow yourself to just start the recovery process a little bit sooner. So if you are doing like 2 a days, for example, then you're going to need to start recovering a little bit sooner. If you're working out 5-6 times a week and you're going for performance, then again you probably want to start recovering a little bit sooner. So getting in some carbohydrates, some simple sugars, getting in some protein, and reducing the fat that you're taking in post workout is probably a good idea for you athletes out there. But again, for the health and fitness people, they're an everyday athlete, they're not really give a shit. Well, they do care about how they perform in the gym, but it's not the be all and end all. Then it doesn't matter. If you feel sick after working out, then you don't have to eat. It's fine. You don't have to down a shake. It's fine. You don't have to do all these things. Remember, you have a choice. Obviously, there is an optimal and a not so optimal with the choice, but with this one, like as long as you're eating enough food and getting enough rest and reducing the stress and sleeping throughout the whole day and throughout the whole week and as a whole and as an average, then it doesn't really matter post-workout. Last one, this is going to get on my wick, and I apologise in advance if I start getting a little rowdy. Fat burners. Fat burners do not fucking work, period. All it is usually a massive amount of caffeine. It gives probably a little bit of beta-alanine as well, which is a vasodilator, which basically means your arteries dilate, so they open up, expand, flushes the blood to the muscle, and it has a side effect of giving you the tingles. All it's going to do is it jacks your heart rate as well. It's I can't remember the substance usually in fat burners, but it usually jacks not your heart rate, your body temperature, so you start sweating more. And yes, sweat, you're going to burn calories. However, is it going to be significant and help you shred all your fat? Is it fuck? Sleep, eat well, eat in a calorie deficit, train. You don't even have to train, but it's optimal, and reduce your stress. That's all you need. Boom. Period. If you want to lose weight, do that. Don't spend 50 quid, 40 quid, 30 quid, 20 quid, 100 quid, whatever it is, on some fat burners. Sack that bullshit off. Just do the work. Do the fucking work. There is no shortcut. There is nothing like that. I remember in the last flat I lived in, we had an elevator or a lift, as we call it back home, or the stairs. And I used to take the stairs every single time, apart from the last time I was going up when I'd finished in the evening. And that is just to remind myself that there was no elevator to success. There was no elevator to wherever I wanted to go. You always have to take the stairs, and you always have to put one foot in front of the other. And to be honest with you guys, like I'm that guy that will forget things. I think I've had way too many concussions in my time, and I've been hit in the head too many times, and I forget a lot of things, which is scary. So every single day I've got to remind myself of the habits that I need to keep. And I need to keep those so I can keep working hard and I can keep moving forwards and create whatever I want to create, because I want to be able to have my kids walk into a gym one day and think, oh, my dad did that, or have my kids sort of not necessarily see my legacy, and that has a weird connotation to me, but just see that I did well and make the people around me proud. And if that means every single day just reminding myself by doing these stupid little habits, by owning my mornings and my morning routine, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. That's what I'm gonna have to do, because I'll forget things, and I'm very much a habitual creature. Anyway, that goes off topic. Maybe I'll make another one on specifically on morning routines and mindset and all that stuff. If you want to hear that and want to hear me just sort of bamble on about all that bullshit, then send me a message. Make sure you send me a message. I'll AT-Fit on the whole Instagram page, or Alex Thomas Fit on Instagram. Make sure you send me a message, and I'll get that done for you. So, as a whole, as a little summary, supplements, are they necessary? No. Can they help? Yes. Do you need to have it for to get towards your goals? No, you do not. Is it worth the money? That completely depends. If you're on a budget, then I'd be very, very careful. I wouldn't start spunking a load of money on this, that, and the other. I would just make sure I'm very, very careful about what food I am eating at the time. So guys, if you are looking for performance, make sure you take that post-workout seriously. Creatine is probably a good one for you too. Omega-3 and vitamin D. If you are just looking for health and fitness and a little bit of being a little bit more healthy and living a healthier lifestyle, then omega-3 and vitamin D is my sort of go-to for you guys. So team, that's it. That is the supplement sort of line. One thing before I go, there is a fuckload of lads listening to this one. So what's up, lads? Hope we're all doing okay. But there is very few ladies or younger ladies. I get a lot of older ladies listening to this one. So what's up, team? I'm not saying that's bad or good, but make sure if you can, spread the word. Let's spark some more conversations and just help some more people out. Let's just break down the stigma. I ain't doing it for anything rather than that. No, I'm not making any money from this. I just wanna help you guys and spread a little bit more positivity and good knowledge out there and spark some more conversations. So I've got so much more I can learn from you guys as well as you can learn from me. Right, so that is the episode of supplements. Next episode will be coming soon. Take it easy, team. Have a fucking fantastic day. Love your loved ones. Buy someone some flowers because, well, they deserve it. And take it easy. Love y'all.